Congratulations! You've made it to the end of Management 301. This is your course wrap-up. Here's what we're going to talk about in this course wrap-up. I'm going to show you that asset management framework one last time, give you an overview of what you can expect moving forward from this course based off of the knowledge you've gained. Hit surveys one last time so that we can constantly improve this course and make it better for the future. And then some last minute admin things, what to expect for the final exam and getting your certificate, the different courses in our asset management portfolio here at AFIT, and then some final thank you for everyone that has made this course possible. This is the asset management framework. If you take anything away from this course, I want you to remember the different principles and pillars that go into this framework. This is a model that we use to help illustrate this complex concept of asset management. Every single topic in this course and every single module ties into the different principles and pillars that make up this framework. And in the end, it's a mindset. How are we going to make sound asset management decisions and get the biggest return on investment, or the best bang for our buck, if you will, by considering the best time, place, and asset to invest our next dollar. And ultimately, all these principles are supported by these three pillars. We need data. The better data that we have, the better decisions we can make and support, because data supports decisions. And we need leaders. We need leaders to start thinking differently about asset management, how we're doing business, and we need them to instill a culture for sound asset management decisions. And for communication, we need to communicate throughout our organization, within CE, and with our different mission partners about this mindset and how we're doing business. I want you to think about how you can apply these principles in your daily life, in your job. How can you start making sound asset management decisions? Asset management is not just about the assets, it's about the people and how we improve the way we do business and optimize the value we realize from our assets. Alright, let's talk about some of the challenges we have in asset management. Asset management is a journey. It's not just one task, it's not just one checklist. It's a process, it's a mindset, and it's a way of thinking about how we can get the most out of our assets, how we can get the most value out of our assets. The first challenge is, how do we extract value from our assets? How do we maximize the value that our assets provide? Ultimately, the end goal of asset management is to prolong the life cycle of our assets so that way we are realizing value from them for the maximum amount of time. This is going to require innovation. How are we actually predicting requirements for our assets rather than externally generating them via customers and their corrective maintenance issues? And then how are we measuring performance? We want to measure performance so that we can improve the way we're doing business and actually make an impact. We need to measure the right things so that way these metrics can inform the right decisions. Another challenge is, how do we communicate risk? Risk is that common language that everyone speaks. We need to be able to communicate the impact of our investment decisions throughout the organization. Valuing data is another challenge that we have. We need to start treating data like an asset. We know that data isn't free. It takes man-hours, it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of time to obtain quality data and to maintain quality data. We have to spend the right amount of time on the right kind of data so that way we can support decisions. But not only do we have to collect the data, we have to use the data to support decisions. We have to analyze the data, pick it apart, and see what that data is telling us about how our assets are performing. And lastly, one of the biggest challenges we have, and the most daunting task that we have with asset management, is getting people bought into this process. How are we going to instill this asset management culture, this mindset? We need to share success stories and the value that we can get from the different IT tools that are available to us. These tools are here to help us do our jobs better. They're not here to do our jobs for us. We're still engineers. We have to make the decisions, but these different tools can make recommendations and inform the decisions that we make as engineers. Okay, enough about asset management. Let's talk about some final admin things before we send you off to your final exam. First thing is surveys. Please, please, please fill this out. It really helps us, and we really take these things seriously and how we improve the course. Go ahead and fill those out. And in your comments, if you could, please include information such as what lessons we should add, which lessons you really didn't like and you think need to be improved, and then how can we make the delivery of our lessons better for you. Is that instruction? Is that the lesson topic? Just let us have it on these surveys so that way we can make this course the best course possible. Keep in mind that ideally we'd be face-to-face delivering an asset management course for you, but we wanted to make this as accessible as possible so that way we can reach the masses with this introduction to asset management and really proliferate these asset management principles so we can get better at this as an organization. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to take the final exam. You'll have up to 2 hours to complete it, but budget about an hour to do it. There are different types of questions, including multiple choice, true, false, and matching. You will have up to 2 chances to take the test. Now, keep in mind that I can see how fast you are going through these tests, so if I see that you sped through it and you failed twice, you're going to have some homework to do before I allow you to do a third attempt. If you're on that second attempt and there are some things that you have questions about, just give me a call and we can talk about it and I can steer you in the right direction. You'll also need above a 70% to pass. Once you pass your final exam, you're not going to receive your certificate right away. We are going to do a mass pool for certificates once per month, and certificates will be distributed via email at the end of each month, so be on the lookout for that. If you'd like to go deeper into any of the topics that we discussed here in Management 301, we have some follow-on courses for you. WENG 200 is scoping and estimating, WENG 400 is life cycle cost estimating, and both of those are satellite-based and offered multiple times a year. Just go on to our AFIT public page and register just like you did for Management 301. The other courses in our asset management portfolio include Management 436, Requirements and Optimization, Management 417, Activity Management, and our SMS Builder training courses. Management 436 is offered 4 times a year, and it's recommended for operations managers, R&O leadership, activity and sub-activity managers, and R&O craftsmen. Some of the topics we discuss in Management 436 are work management, work prioritization, preventive maintenance, builder SMS, operations key performance indicators, finance and the operations flight, and sub-activity management. If you're an activity manager out there, you want to understand the difference between asset management and activity management and how we apply it to the Air Force, I encourage you to take Management 417. That's recommended for activity and sub-activity managers, and we do a lot of data analysis in that course. If you want to get savvy in Excel and learn how you can use data to inform decisions, I highly recommend this course for you. And then we have our SMS Builder training. This training is on demand. You can sign up and take it at any time. And there are different levels of training. So if you only want read-only access, there's a level for you. If you are an assessor, there's specific training for you. And there's also training specifically for data managers. Finally, we also offer on-sites. This is where AFIT instructors go to your base and deliver course material to you in person. This is highly beneficial, especially for those folks that are in PACAF or USAFE that usually take our satellite-based courses in the evening or early morning. Now we can be on your time zone when we can tailor our material specifically to your base. And we also go to CONUS bases. If you're at a base where students haven't taken AFIT courses or have done training in the last 2 years and you really need a crash course on asset management and you can't wait for the next offering of Management 436 and 417, then an on-site might be perfect for you. If you want to sign up for an on-site, you can use this link on the screen or just email me and we can start coordinating. And now I'd like to take some time thanking the team. There was a huge team that put this course together. I definitely could not have done it by myself. First off, we have the instructional designer, Miss Mylin Nguyen. Thank you so much, Mylin, for all of your help in constructing the Canvas page, uploading videos, and really making the material engaging and entertaining for our students. We had multiple guest instructors that helped to deliver the course material. Thank you, Captain Fida, Captain Gandy, Captain Gregory, and Miss Leskowicz. Our studio engineers are Mr. Mike Shearer and Katie Lewis. Thank you so much for giving us time in the studio and setting all that up and making us look good. They do all the behind the scenes stuff for videography, so thank you all for that. And then last but not least is our course manager, Miss Lisa Stewart. She does all the admin work that is involved in this course. So she brings the students to us so that we can teach them. She makes sure that you get your certificates on time and that any technical issues you're able to work through during the course so that we can make this material as on demand as possible. Okay, this is it. This is your last slide of Management 301. Thank you for taking about 10 hours of your time to learn about asset management. This is a huge step for us as an enterprise as we try to push asset management principles and inform our force about how we can make better informed decisions that are cost effective and risk based. We need to continue to constantly improve as airmen. To quote Rudyard Kipling, "For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack." We are only as good as our airmen, and it is our airmen that make our enterprise great. So thank you. Thank you for taking this course. Thank you for your feedback. We really take these surveys seriously, so any comments that you can provide are much appreciated. And then lastly, thank you for your patience as we deploy this new learning environment. This on-demand concept has had a lot of growing pains, so thank you for your patience. We really want to make this as accessible and easy to use as possible, so thank you. With that, best of luck on your final exam, and we'll see you around the Air Force.